What up, though? What up, though? What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? I didn't even know we had started, man. Give me some DJ horn up in this thing. Give me some horn up in the thing. One more time. Give me some horn up in this thing. One time for Panthers Nation. You get the win. What up, though? Hey, man, it's a victory. It's a victory, baby. I got on my onesie. I got on my Christmas onesie. Today, we in this thing. Panthers get the dub over the Lions, baby. What they say? They said we couldn't do it. They hated on us. They said after we got embarrassed by the by the Pittsburgh Steelers, we didn't deserve to be a playoff team. They said we didn't deserve to be a playoff team because we got embarrassed by the Steelers. That's what some Panthers fans told me. That's what the Panthers fans told me. They said this team don't deserve to be a playoff team. That's what they said. That's what I was told. That's what I was told. That this Panthers team don't deserve to be a playoff team. But then they proceeded to roll off 570 total yards. 570 total yards of offense. 570 total yards of offense. I'm saying it 2 times for emphasis. Let me say it one more time. 570 total yards. Let's go to the box score because they said we couldn't do it. Panthers, franchise record, 320 rushing yards. 320 rushing yards. 320 rushing yards, a franchise record. Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams didn't do it. Cam Newton and Christian McCaffrey didn't do it. Deontay Foreman and Chuba Hubbard, 320 rushing yards. 320. 570. Complete domination. Yeah, Steve Wilkes took that Steelers loss personal. First play of the game, we started Chuba Hubbard at running back. Chuba churned off a big run right away. 0 resistance to the running game. The offensive line took it personal. The running backs took it personal. 320 rushing yards. Unfortunately, J.C. Horn, see somebody asking about J.C. J.C. does have a broken wrist. According to Ian Rappaport, it could be season ending. I don't know if he'll play with a club or not. It's tough to play cornerback with the club on your hand. But J.C. Horn has a broken wrist. Not good news. However, today was a beautiful day. Y'all guys, make sure you get a video a thumbs up. A lot of y'all coming in right now celebrating this Panthers win. Make sure you get a video a thumbs up. The Panthers from the get-go, they set the tone offensively. They set the tone right away. Running the ball with Chuba Hubbard. Big plays. Chuba Hubbard was a man possessed today. A lot of y'all hated on Chuba. I told y'all in the film breakdown earlier this year that Chuba has improved his running ability from last year. I told y'all. A lot of people were still hating on Chuba. Chuba Hubbard had a hell of a game. Deontay Foreman, hell of a game. Both career rushing yard totals for both of them. Even Blackshear got involved with a rushing touchdown. Sam Darnold finally dusted those legs off and got involved in the running game like Steve Wilkes has been talking about. We talked about the confidence in Sam Darnold. They let Sam Darnold throw a lot more today. Once we built that lead, we had some room for error. They let Sam sling it. DJ Moore did not have any catches in the first half. He went off in the second. Detroit decided to try to bring extra people into the box. Ben McAdoo had a counterpunch, throwing bubble screens to DJ Moore, throwing outside to Laviska Shenault. They brought an all-out blitz. We throw deep. DJ Moore toasting Jeff Okudah. Oh, not just that. Y'all wanted a wide receiver number 2. Terrence Marshall Jr. let people know that Matt Rule was the one holding him back. All TMJ needed was an opportunity. All Terrace Marshall Jr. needed was an opportunity. He's balling out. Contested catches. Going deep. Every week it seems like Terrace Marshall has a deep catch on somebody's head. Every week. Every week Terrace Marshall Jr. has been catching passes on somebody's head. Terrace Marshall Jr. is your wide receiver number 2. We just need a better system and better quarterback. We'll unleash those guys. But today, everything worked perfect. Imagine being Ben McAdoo and literally everything you call in the playbook works. The LaVisca stuff worked. The running plays to all 3 running backs worked. We got the ball to DJ Moore. We got Ian Thomas and Tommy Tremble caught passes. Terrace Marshall Jr. was working. We had Shi Smith down the seam. Everything was working. Everything was working. It's so easy to be an offensive play caller when everything was working. That boy, Ben McAdoo, they said Ben McAdoo had that towel on his neck because he was on the grill. He was on the grill cooking today. They said McAdoo was on the grill today cooking. Everything we drew up worked. Everything we drew up worked. It's a beautiful thing offensively when everything you try to run works. I'm talking demoralizing. We talked about it before. What's more devastating? Not being able to stop the run or not being able to stop the pass? Today, it should be a clear cut that not being able to stop the run is the worst thing ever. There's nothing more demoralizing than not being able to stop the run. And I saw a lot of people on complaining about the defense, but after that YGM fumble recovery, the whole game changed. There was a lot of garbage yards after that with Goff, but after that YGM fumble recovery, the Panthers defense just woke up. Shout out to Al Holcomb for making adjustments and shutting this offense down. Shutting that offense down. What an all-around team win, man. One of the hottest teams in the NFL comes into your house. Comes into your house. One of the hottest teams in the NFL. Everybody was talking Lions playoffs. Everybody was saying it's on the Lions. The Lions aren't going to be able to be stopped. The Panthers defense doesn't stand a chance. Ben Johnson is auditioning to be the next coach for the Panthers. What? Ben Johnson, he's the offensive coordinator for the Lions. He's auditioning to be the next coach now of this game. Steve Wilkes said, nah, player, we shut that down. That's cool and all, but we'll hold y'all to 23 points. Most of y'all stats came in garbage time. Amon-Ra, shut down. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 13 targets, 7 catches, 76 yards. Chart had 108. He had some big plays. I ain't going to cap. 45, held him to 45 yards rushing. Held them to 45 yards rushing. One of the best offensive lines in the NFL. Held them to 45 yards rushing. We want to talk about protecting the bank. That's how you protect the bank. Held the Lions to 45 yards rushing. Meanwhile, we had 320. 570 total yards. That's pretty good for an old school coach, huh? Y'all was saying he was old school. He's too much like Ron Rivera, too conservative. We running the ball. It's not gonna work all the time. It's not gonna work. You're not gonna be able to win playing like this. It's not gonna work. Shut up. 570 total yards. This is a onesie, man. This is my Panthers onesie, my Christmas onesie. My Christmas onesie. It's a Christmas one. I'm telling you, man. This is a one piece. It got a hood on it. This my festive Christmas onesie. We out here. Look, man, it's a beautiful thing. The Panthers still control their destiny. This felt like the biggest game left on the schedule. We got to handle business within the division. Today was the biggest toss-up. We've beaten the other teams on our schedule. Now we have to handle business. If the Bucks lose tomorrow, which is not so much likely, and the Panthers win next week, the division is ours. The Panthers handled their business today. The Panthers handled business today. 320 yards rushing. So let's talk about Sam Darnold, because y'all know me. Y'all know me. I'm not a Sam Darnold fan. I'm not. Y'all, let me put my glasses on. I'm not a Sam Darnold fan. Y'all know me. Y'all know me. I don't like Sam at all. But today, that man was on one. That man, Sam Darnold, was on one today. He was on one today. I got to give it to bro. He was on one today. He made some key throws. He took care of the ball. He actually used his legs. If he had to use his legs a lot more often, I think he could be a lot better. It just seemed like it opened up so many different things. Sam Darnold using his legs. I haven't seen the Panthers be able to do what they want on offense like this in a long time. I can't remember the last time the Panthers have done something like this, where they literally got whatever they wanted. Everything they wanted, they were able to get. 4 straight games with no turnovers. Chenault got involved. Shi Smith, TMJ, DJ Moore. DJ Moore having a huge year now. The touchdowns are up. Big game by DJ, finally getting him involved again. The bubble screens, the deep shot. Look, we're not talking long term, because you know how I feel about Sam. Sam ain't the long-term answer. But today, he got the job done. He got the job done. He got it done. I can't take that away from him. Says Sam, a.k.a. young Chris Kringle. Look, Sam ain't the long-term answer. He not the long-term answer. But he definitely got it done today. And he seem like he's been consistent to be able to get it done. Yeah, Tommy had that. He had a couple plays in that long drive. He made plays. It was a group effort, man. It's a beautiful thing. Brian Burns, 2 sacks. Frankie Louvu, tackles for loss. So many tip passes at the line of scrimmage by the D-line. They realize that they're not going to be able to get pressure. Start getting them hands up. Yep, Ben McAdoo. They made a concerted effort. They made the Lions started crowding the box. They started blitzing the inside defenders from the nickel, and we started throwing the bubble screens. Bubble screens to DJ Moore. Bubble screen left. Bubble screen right. They bring everybody, throw it deep. Then you throw another bubble screen, he scores a touchdown. That whole drive was DJ Moore. This was a statement game. Everybody and their mama was in love with the Lions, and we dominated them. They dominated them. Sam Darnold's stats were 15 of 22, 250 yards with a touchdown. And 1 rushing touchdown. 1 touchdown throwing, 1 touchdown passing. Man, what a game. We had it was so many tip passes, but I thought it was so many tip passes at the line of scrimmage. I thought their quarterback was Baker Mayfield. I thought Baker was playing for them. It was so many tips. It was so many tip passes. I thought Baker Mayfield was their quarterback, man. This team is something else. It's hard for me to find reasons why Steve Wilkes should not be the leading candidate for this head coaching job. It's hard for me to find those reasons. I'm looking for some reasons, but I can't. I'm looking for those reasons, but I can't. This team, after being embarrassed at home, they came back and dominated a team that had the playoffs on their eyes. The Lions still can make the playoffs, but they were 7-7. Everybody was talking playoffs for the Lions. They said that the Lions were only a 2.5 point favorite, according to Vegas. I knew it was a trap. But the way this team came out and played inspired football, look, the Panthers weren't going to win out and win 6 games in a row. That Steelers loss was inconsequential in hindsight because the Bucs lost. It actually woke them up. It could have helped get some ground, but it woke up. Like somebody said, it woke up the bully. The fact that Steve Wilkes is being able to get this out of this same team that had us so lowly under Matt Rule, playing uninspired football, it's a beautiful thing. Steve Wilkes, 5 wins. He's already tied Matt Rule's season high win total in both those years. 5 wins. It's crazy how this team is playing so inspired. It's crazy. Dude, this is it was amazing. I was pumped up to see running the ball and demoralizing them. Demoralizing them with the run game. Like, this wasn't like last week. With the Steelers, it was 5 yards here, 6 yards here, 8 yards here, moving the sticks when we couldn't stop the run. When we ran the ball today on Detroit, these were 30-yard runs. These were 20-yard runs. These were 15. These were 40-yard runs. These were devastating runs. We were throwing haymakers with the running game. These weren't like body blows or jabs. Nah, these were haymakers. We had 240 yards rushing in the first half. Both of our running backs went over 100 yards. Both of our running backs had career games. Both of them went over 100 yards in the first half. I'm not worried about the Saints. The Saints have the Eagles next week. Even without Jalen Hurts, I think the Eagles get that done. It's about us, and it's about the Bucs. No need to look side to side. If we handle our business, we're good. We control our destiny. We're good. Now, obviously, with J.C. Horn out, I'm definitely concerned. We're down J.C., down Dante, of course. I don't know if J.C. Horn will be able to play with the club on. I don't know. We'll see what the x-rays and everything says, but Brian Burns made it seem like the wrist is broken. Will he be able to play with the club? On? We'll see. Yeah, Wilkes said he wanted Chuba to score on that first play of the game. That was funny. I like it, though. You keep challenging these players. Never satisfied. Brian Burns said that Steve Wilkes called them out again. He didn't call them out in front of the team like before. He pulled Brian Burns to the side and he told Brian, he said, you need to play better. He said, Brian Burns said that he did that to a couple guys. You have to love when a coach can call out players and they respond and it works. You have to love it. Don't get in your feelings. Don't cry and complain. Don't get mad because coach calling you out. Stand up like a man. Stand up like a man and respond. And that's exactly what happened. Steve Wilkes challenging players, telling them they need to step up, telling them they're better than they are, instilling confidence in them, calling them out because he has confidence in them. You don't just call them out and complain. You call them out because you expect them to play better. The standard has to be higher. Matt Rule loved talking about standard. What that mean? Until you call these guys out and let them know and tell them they need to play better. They need to play better. You guys make sure you get a video thumbs up if you have not. We're celebrating this Panthers win. I got my Panthers onesie on. Got my Panthers onesie on, celebrating Christmas Eve. Get a video thumbs up if you have not. If you are a Panthers fan, hit the subscribe button. I do Panthers content, live streamed after the game, film breakdowns, news updates. So make sure you are subscribed. We got a good Christmas present for the Panthers today. Getting a big-time win. Great Christmas present. Unfortunately, we have some injury issues with J.C. Horn. It's unfortunate, but we shall see. We shall see. Injuries happen, man. It's unfortunate, but we got to make adjustments. We got to make adjustments. Exactly. We have an identity and we have accountability. We know what we want to do. We know what we want to do. And when we don't do it, there's accountability, calling out the right people to say, hey, we know what we need to do. There's no reason to not know what you need to do. Do your job. That's what happens. When you're clear, that's why you see Steve Wilkes is not messing around these press conferences. He's very clear. His messaging is clear. He doesn't beat around the bush. He don't give you that little used car salesman. You know what I'm saying? He don't give that used car salesman speech. He let them know. And look, it's the little things, man. We only had one, because you only get a certain number of padded practices, full pass practice per year. We had one more left. Steve Wilkes didn't use it on the Steelers game because he thought that the Seattle game was very emotional. He tried to take it a little bit easy. He said, nah, we're using our last one for this week. Because there's a certain mentality you have when you practice with pads on. You're a little bit more physical. And that literally showed. I like that. Ain't no tank. We protect the bank. Put it on the shirt. Put it on the shirt. Put it on the shirt. Ain't no tank. We protect the bank. Put it on the shirt. Put it on the shirt, baby. I like that. I actually do like that a lot. Look, man. Y'all remember when the Panthers had the highest chance for the number 1 overall pick? Y'all remember before Matt Rule got fired, the Panthers had the inside track for the number 1 draft pick. They had according to all the experts, they had the number 1 highest percentage and probability of the number 1 overall pick. Now we control the destination. Control our destiny. I got to give it to my boy Blue. You my boy Blue. He the one. He came up with it. Ain't no tank. We protect the bank. And I don't care what you say. People say, we're not going to win a Super Bowl. Why do we want to go to the playoffs? We have one of the youngest teams. Have one of the youngest teams in the NFL. We have one of the youngest teams in the NFL. When we do get our stuff together to where you feel comfortable to the point that we're a Super Bowl contender, a lot of times playoff experience is huge. How many times did we fail in the playoffs with Cam Newton before we got over the top that 2015 season? There were a couple times when we went to the playoffs. And that experience helped us for the next time because it's high pressure in the playoffs. Every play counts. The intensity is high. So having that experience when we win or lose, we need that experience. Y'all want to tank and get mad. You can trade up to get your quarterback if you're really your guy. The Chiefs went from 27 to 10 to get Patrick Mahomes. They traded up. You got to sound crazy as hell to not want to win games. The Panthers haven't been to the playoffs since 2017. We haven't hosted a playoff game since 2015. Why would you not want to go to the playoffs? Why would you not want to go to the playoffs? Is that not what you're tanking for? Do you not tank so you can have a team that competes? The team is competing now. It don't make sense to me. It don't make sense to me. It doesn't. If we win the video, we're going all the way. Yeah, you got to play to win, man. They're not listening. They don't want to hear me, dog. Ain't the whole reason for tanking to be successful and compete? That tanking stuff don't work, man. Most of these guys, that first rounders, they got traded up for. Mahomes, they traded up. Allen, they traded up. Justin Fields, they traded up for him. Go get your guy if you want him. Go get him if you want him. I'm not worried about that right now, though. When I got playoffs in front of me, why would I play with my food? Why would I play with my food? Why would I want to play with my food if I got it right in front of me? I'm not worried about dessert. When I got some home cooking in front of me. I like banana pudding too. The shiny, nice, cool things. We worry about that after the fact. You got to finish your meal. What's in front of you? Don't play with your food. Let's go. It's a week-to-week league, man. It's a week-to-week league. It's a week-to-week league. And today, yeah, exactly. Rodgers fell. You just never know. Somebody said he believed Corral is the future, so we playing with house money. He could be. We still have a young guy on the roster. So there's a lot of different options, and we're probably going to have a new guy next year, man. So, I'm not worried about that right now. What we want is right in front of, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. Are you a real fan when we haven't been to the playoffs in 5 years? We haven't been to the playoffs in 5 years, but you don't want to go for it, especially when it's right in front of you. It don't matter what the record is. I don't care if we have a losing record and we win a division. Them records go out the window. JC broke his wrist. We don't know what his status is going to be going forward. According to Brian Burns, he broke his wrist. The team hasn't said anything yet. We'll see. But regardless of everything, man, today was just, oh my gosh. It doesn't get any better than this. It doesn't get any better than 570 yards, 320 yards rushing. Yeah, Chin's helmet hit JC's wrist. We don't know the severity. We don't know the severity of the injury yet, so let's just wait. Let's wait before we get too far ahead, but hoping for the best for our guy because we definitely need him. We definitely need him next week. Exactly. Not all QBs drafted high are guaranteed to change the franchise. Zach Wilson is trash. Zach Wilson is trash, and he probably won't be back next year. He was the number 2 overall pick. Why would you want to purposely take L's when what you're going to get is not guaranteed? If it was guaranteed that losing games equaled a good future, everybody would do it. It doesn't guarantee that. So that's why you don't see people tanking. It don't make sense. It just don't make sense. But somebody said this is a Sam Darnold variant. What timeline? It's a different timeline, huh? The old Sam got pruned. Got pruned from the timeline. The old Sam got pruned for the timeline. I don't think it's a sprain. I think it's broke because the way people they were holding it, like the way somebody was holding up his hand and somebody was holding the other side of his wrist, I think it's broken. This ain't a hoodie. This a onesie. Look, this a onesie. This a leg. Look, this a onesie. My Christmas onesie. Exactly, Terry. They rather be right. They rather be right and then win the game. That's crazy. Do I need to show Sam a lot more love? I mean, I show Sam love. He's still not the long-term answer, but I show love. Sam has had 5 years, bro. Sam has had 5 years. There's not enough excuses that you can make up for him, to be honest. I'm going to just let the front office tell y'all. I told y'all they didn't have no confidence in him. Today, they let him sling it. And I mean, when you're running back, when every time you hand the ball off, the running backs are getting 30 yards, that also helps too. Let's be clear. The O-line, they took last week personal. This is the best offensive line. It's hard. Ooh, I don't know. Is this the best Panthers offensive line ever? This group, man, this group has been crazy. This Panthers offensive line group has been crazy. The pass protection has been excellent. The running game has been excellent all year. Every win under Wilkes, we ran for over 200 yards. Every win under Wilkes has been over 200 yards rushing. Yeah, Keith Taylor's going to have to step up. C.J. Henderson's going to have to step up. Somebody said they named some vets on the streets. Josh Norman, Bouye, Kevin King. I like Bouye, if anybody, because Bouye's been here. So I'll take Bouye probably over anybody. But this offensive line, man, it's we used to pray for times like this. We used to pray for times like this, man. This just get me emotional. This offensive line has been a problem for so long, bro. It's been a problem for so long, dog. Shout out to Scott Fitterer, man. Shout out to Scott Fitterer getting Icky, bringing in Corbett, Bozeman, putting in Brady Christensen. We flipped the whole O-line. Somebody said the first year we had to do on the capers, they had to be decent. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I said. it's a tough call. It's a tough call. But like I said, it's been a while. It's definitely been a while. This is one of the best Panthers offensive line groups ever. This is crazy. 320 yards rushing, franchise record. Literally everybody. Everybody got a piece of the pie. Yeah, shout out James Campen. I don't care who the coach is next year. If James Campen ain't here next year, we riot. We pulling up the Main Street to riot. If James Campen is not the offensive line coach for whoever's the head coach, we pulling up the riot. We pulling up the riot. Because the way this offensive line has transformed, it's crazy. You guys make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you have not. Get a video a thumbs up if you have not. See a lot of people tuning in. If you are a Panthers fan or a fan of football, hit the subscribe button down below. Subscribe to the channel. I do Panthers content, NFL content. It's Christmas Eve, so I have my Panthers onesie on, pajamas. Yeah, Icky taking up for his teammates, man. Icky stepped up to the plate. He said, "Hold on, man. You ain't finna throw my running back down like that." Icky said, "You're not finna throw my running back down like that." Icky stepped in there, had to regulate. I thought they was gonna throw a flag on Icky. They threw it on the other guy. I was like, "Shit, I'll take it. I'll take it." I'll take it. Yeah, man. This offensive line, though, bro, it's crazy. Yeah, you're right. You said it. A young team with great potential. Bro, we drop, and look, the team may be good enough. Matt Corral just can't be trash, bro. He just can't be trash. Because the way this team is set up, bro, we are close. Believe it or not, we're close. A couple pieces, man. Some more playmakers on offense, probably. And then the quarterback. You drop plenty of quarterbacks into that situation, man. It could be success. We need a good, dynamic OC, offensive coordinator, a good dynamic offensive coordinator. A couple more playmakers. And I think we good, man. I think we ready to compete. Luke, if we get our quarterback, the NFC South is ours for a couple years going forward, man. Brady on his way out. The Saints are in flux. The Falcons are trash. They got a lot of money. Now, if they get Lamar Jackson, it'll be something different. I don't know if the Falcons get Lamar Jackson, it's going to be scary. I ain't going to lie. If the Lamar Jackson goes to the Falcons, I'm going to be scared. However, we got to make it happen. Oh my God. Why in lying? The Panthers social media team is undefeated, bro. Lamar would come here before Atlanta. Possibly, but Atlanta has a lot of cap space. Now that they got rid of Matt Ryan, they got a lot of cap space. They got a lot of cap space now that they got rid of Matt Ryan. So we'll see. However, that's next year. We talking about now. He said he forgot today was Saturday. How do we turn on the road? We beaten these teams before, man. We got to step up, but we beaten these teams before. So we just got to make it happen. We're familiar with the opponent. You never know what's going to happen in these division games. You never know what's going to happen in these division games. I wouldn't count it as a layup. It's not going to be a layup. You think Tom Brady's not going to go out like no sucker. Tom Brady is not going to go out like no sucker, so we got to bring it. We got to bring it. Tom Brady's not going out without a fight, so we got to be ready. We got to be ready. Because there's a lot on the line next week, man. There's a lot on the line next week. I mean, honestly, it's pretty much for the division, to be honest. Yeah, you're right. If Tepper was all in for Watson with all that baggage, he better open up the checkbook for Lamar. I would at least. So he thought the Steelers was lost what we needed because it opened and it reset. Steelers are better than Lions. They're just a more physical team, bro. The Steelers beat us at our own game. Look, man, we played without JC last year. Somebody got to step up. We don't have Dante. Somebody got to step up. We'll see who they gonna sign. But I mean, everything happens for a reason, man. I think if Corral had been around, we wouldn't have been in the same scenario. Everything works out for a reason. I'm not sure. I mean, Corral probably could have been whatever, but the fact that we had to choose between PJ and Sam and Baker and all that, and no Corral, I think it's the reason why we were still competing. Guys have stuff to prove. A lot of guys have stuff to prove. PJ has something to prove. He got his opportunity. Sam has something to prove. He got his opportunity. He's playing solid. I know everybody has their concerns because JC is hurt. Hey, appreciate the super chat, man. Said Chuba playing uncharacteristic in a good way. Extend his work visa. Hey, it said Chuba on a work visa down here from Canada. Said Chuba on a work visa from Canada. Bro balled out today. That man was running like he had somewhere to be. Chuba actually started today too. That's the crazy part. Chuba started today. And this may be a hot take. He didn't show, I mean, this might be a hot take, but looking at the film, Chuba's actually been running as good, if not better, than Foreman. As far as like vision and just maximizing what he can do on certain plays. Foreman, his vision ain't all the way there. But him being big and being able to break tackles and being a guy that nobody wants to tackle, it helps him a lot. So I understand him being the lead guy. But Chuba's actually been running better. Quiet as kept. But we'll talk about that a little bit later in the offseason when we have some film and it's slow. We can have that discussion later. We can have that discussion a little bit later in the offseason. I've been giving props to Chuba, bro. He's been improving crazy. So you was there and it was cold as fuck. Hey man, shout out to you for being in attendance, man. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. Y'all protect the bank one more time. If it's a home playoff game, just best believe I'm there. I don't care how cold it is, I'm going. I don't care how much it costs, I'm going. I'm going. Who's going to be our franchise QB? We'll see. Not Sam Darnold, but we'll see. Said Chuba running from the allegations. They said let Chuba stay. You can send Tory Lanez back to Canada. Let Chuba stay. Let Chuba stay and send Tory back to Canada. That's what they said. Said, so what's going with the high hand and halfback? Whoever's cooking, getting the ball. Yeah, exactly. That's good coaching. Appreciate the super chat from you, bro. Most likely if we make the playoffs, most likely will be the Cowboys. It'll be a Cowboys home playoff game. And you know them Cowboys fans going to make that trip. or whoever the bandwagons are in Charlotte, they gonna show up. So I'm getting my tickets ASAP if we make the playoffs. If the people that want to tank, they down bad right now, bro. They gotta be kicking themselves. The people that want to tank and lose these games, they gotta be kicking themselves. They gotta be kicking themselves. I love it. I love it, honestly. Bro, Sam Darnold is not the franchise guy, bro. We like I said, we can have this argument later. Yeah, YGM. YGM. That man got the fumble. YGM's fumble recovery. It turned the whole game. It turned the whole game. YGM's fumble recovery turned the whole game. And then he had the sack they called the penalty on. He called him out. But yeah, man, shout out to YGM, man. All that cardio, they said all that cardio he was getting paid off. All that cardio he was getting paid off. Man, we got a big game next week though, man. I'm excited. We're waiting on like I said, we're waiting on the word on JC. Broken wrist, but we don't know the severity, the length. We don't know if it's a fracture. We don't know if it's completely broken. We don't know if this hanging off the meat's hanging off the bone. We do not know yet. So fingers crossed, prayers up, whatever you want to do. Cross your toes. Ask for Santa Claus to bring J.C. Horn a favorable X-ray. That's all I want on my Christmas list is a favorable X-ray and a division title. A favorable X-ray and a division title. Make sure you guys are subscribed. If you hadn't hit the subscribe button by now, what you doing, man? What you doing? Get a video thumbs up as well, please. 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 Man, who get the big ups today? Chuba Hubbard get the big ups. The whole offensive line get the big ups. Terrace Marshall Jr. free from the shackles of Matt Rule. He get big ups. Sam Darnold, got to give him big ups. Brian Burns with 2 sacks. I got to give him big ups. Who else? Foreman and Chuba. Big ups. Yeah, I mean, said no on Lamar. Man, I want Lamar. If Lamar is an option, I go get him. That's all I'm saying. Who else we bigging up? Big up the O-line. Jeremy Chin, man. Oh, Blackshear get some big ups too. Jeremy Chin, man. I was warmed up a little bit. It's 22 degrees outside. Bro, it was 10. I woke up, it was 10 degrees this morning. Ain't that crazy? It was 10 degrees. It was 10 degrees. What a day. What a day. What a day. Because this thing. What's up? Oh, this is the cocktail? The cranberries? Got me a Christmas cocktail, guys. Merry Christmas. Shout out to my business manager. Hey, man. So I can't do that cold. Hey, man. If we go to the playoffs, it's been too long. I'm suffering through that cold temperature. I'm suffering. Look, man. It's say I want that tight end from a tight end, a big time pass catcher tight end is probably worth more to our offense than another wide receiver. In my opinion, I think a big time pass catching tight end sets this offense apart. Darnell Washington from Georgia, that's LeBron James playing tight end. Said great vibes from the fans. Yeah, I mean, appreciate y'all for showing up, man. But we can talk about the draft when the season's over. For now, it's oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we dominated. Dominated. We dominated the Lions. A team that people thought was a playoff team. We dominated. I wonder what they're going to say. We dominated. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, man. Sorry, I'm just looking at some. I'm looking at some stuff. J.C. Horn out for a tough injury for J.C. The offensive line, they deserve big ups because Tunes on String said it. There was not one hit. Sam Darnold was not hit once. Of course, Sam Darnold's going to look good if he don't get hit once. Tim Estes, what up, though? Sam Darnold was not hit. There was no quarterback hits on the game today. That's crazy. Sam Darnold was in practice. It was practice. That's practice. That's 7-on-7. If you're not getting hit, that's 7-on-7. I said it before. I think that Steve Wilkes deserves some coach. Steve Wilkes deserves some coach of the year respect or votes. You mean Matt Rule was what, 1-4? He took the same roster. You traded your best player on your team, it's Christian McCaffrey. You traded Baker Mayfield, the guy that you brought in this offseason. Robbie Anderson was a distraction on the sideline in your first game. You traded him out. You take some of the same players. You lose hella coaches to college ranks or to be fired. You have 4 defensive assistants. You have 4 defensive assistant coaches. 4. But you turn things around. Every win that you've had, you rush for 200 yards. At least. You break the franchise record. If you can win a division, he deserves to be coach of the year. He deserves to get some coach of the year votes. I don't care what nobody say. You ain't, you know you ain't right. You know you ain't right. I mean, if he take us to the playoffs, he may deserve it from somebody. His wife, I guess. I don't know. If he win a division, he deserves it from somebody. I assume his wife. What the world? I don't know what's going on with my camera. Is that if he win Coach of the Year and Tepper don't hire him, he needs to be investigated to sell the team. Hey, Tepper don't want no more investigations. He already under investigation for misuse of funds for Rock Hill. He do not want any more. We don't know how long JC is out, but it could be season ending. It was a wrist injury. He may put a cast on and club it up, but we'll see. It's just according to Brian Burns, it hasn't been any official word, but according to Brian Burns, it's a broken wrist. Bro. Man, shout out. I don't know what the way our run game is. Dude, said the cocktail hitting. Yeah. shout out to my wife, aka my business manager, for this mixed drink. Yeah. Dude, I don't know what keeps going on. Yeah, long term. My junk tripping. Long term, JC is fine. We gotta change to this. Dang, the light. This is my regular computer light. Turn that down a little bit. Shoot. Shoot. This video tripping. All right. Man, I gotta change to this light for some reason. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the cold is getting to my stuff. Man, it's nothing like celebrating the wins. Who will replace J.C. Horn? Keith Taylor's going to have to step up. Yeah, so J.C. Horn, at the recap, if you just now get here, dude, I got to go back to this one. It's still tripping. The camera tripping, guys. So I'm going back to this one. All right. All right. I'm staying with this. I'm not playing no more games. But so Keith Taylor just had a bad game. He's not a terrible corner. He just had a bad game. He's had some good games in the past. So, right. So, like, it just depends, man. Because, like, if we control the line of scrimmage, make them one-dimensional, it's, I don't know. I never really had a cranberry. Just a fresh cranberry. But the way the game plan works out sometimes, man, we may not like J.C. Horn's loss may not be the worst thing in the world. So obviously we play Tom Brady. So you want to have, he loves taking advantage. We're going to need them. They have a lot of weapons. We got to see what happens with them tomorrow. Because we never know. They could lose. They could lose somebody big time. I don't ever wish injuries on teams, but they could suffer an injury tomorrow as well. So there's still a lot of stuff to go. We'll take it one day at a time. We're going to get some reports on JC. Don't stress, y'all. Enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy your Christmas. We shall see. Hopefully, hope for the best. Hope for the best. Don't be too dramatic, guys. Don't be too dramatic. We're going to be okay. We're going to be all right. We're going to be okay, I think. Don't be too dramatic. Yeah, Tom Brady loves zone coverage. We got to play some man, but it's going to be tough, man. I'm not going to lie. It's not going to be easy. C.J. Henderson is cornerback number 2. All right, so let's recap this. So J.C. Horn, he had the friendly fire hit by, looks like Jeremy Chinn's helmet probably hit him on the wrist. So it's unfortunate. Like according to Brian Burns, other reports say that he broke the wrist. How severe it is, I don't know. Brian Burns, he honestly said he felt like J.C. Horn, depending on severity, shouldn't come back. He wants to look out for his brother and his future. I agree to a certain extent. Selfishly, I want JC to play, but this year, it's not about that. We need the future. We need your first round pick who's an elite corner to be there for the long-term future. Luckily, wrists aren't the worst thing in the world. It's not your legs. Wrist does not seem bad for long-term. However, what happens? Because we signed the corner off waivers, but he didn't show up. I don't know if it's because of weather or not. However, there's some vets out there. We know Keith Taylor's going to have to step up. C.J. Henderson's going to step up. He's going to be CB1 now, especially with Dante Jackson being out with the Achilles injury. This is why you get all these corners, because you need that. Those guys get banged up. So you need depth at corner. So who's the veteran options? A.J. Bouye spent time with the Panthers before last year. I think he would be the best one to bring back as a vet. I don't think we need to just get somebody, whatever. I believe in Keith Taylor and C.J. Henderson to step up, but I still think we need Bouye, a vet. Who else is out there? Josh Norman. He hasn't played all year. He's a little bit on the older side. He's a little familiar with Wilkes and Al Holcomb, obviously, from those past times. But like I said, obviously, Bouye was just here last year. Didn't play with Wilkes, obviously, but he has some experience with the team. Kevin King, I'm not a huge fan of him. People tell me Kevin King's out there. He's gotten cooked before on some occasions, but he's available as well. There are some veteran options out there. It just depends on which way the Panthers have to go. Personally, my favorite would be A.J. Bouye. I like A.J. Bouye. We'll see. However, I know people don't want to panic about Keith Taylor being the guy's cornerback number 2, but Keith has played a lot of football for us. Just because you guys haven't been paying attention except the game he got toasted doesn't mean he hasn't been playing decent football. He's been playing decent football. But we got to, if JC is out for long term, we'll see. I don't know how severe it is for him to play with a club or not. But it's hard to play corner with the club on. Miles Hartsfield did it, playing a little bit of safety and all that, but it's tough. Especially the way JC plays. He's a very grabby type of guy. He grabs the defender. I mean, legally he gets away with it, but he grabs guys, gets his hands on them. He plays real physical. It's going to be tough. I think we'll be okay because CJ has stepped up, but he did not have a great game against the Bucs last time we played. I'll tell you that right now. He did not have a great game against the Bucs last time we played. So it will be interesting to see. I'm a little concerned, but no need to panic, guys. No need to panic. Everything is still in front of us. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate it. I do Panthers content. We're going to do a film breakdown of this win. Enjoy this win. We're going to enjoy this Christmas. We got to watch the Bucs tomorrow. It's going to be good. I think we'll be okay, guys. I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. But nevertheless, we have to get it together, and we have to keep pounding. I love this team. I love what we're doing. Steve Wilkes should be the coach, in my opinion. But I'm going to sign off. Y'all enjoy y'all Christmas Eve. Y'all enjoy y'all Christmas. I'll say Happy New Year when that comes up, but that's next week. Enjoy y'all Christmas. Spend time with your loved ones. Drink you a little cocktail or some eggnog. Make sure you leave cookies out for Santa Claus tonight because he gave us a Panthers win. Maybe he'll give us a Bucs loss tomorrow. So make sure you leave some cookies out for Santa Claus, okay? I'm signing off of here. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all supporting. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Whatever you celebrate, do it with your people. We out of here. Peace.